and welcome to Margaritas with Marcy. I'm Marcy, and this is my margarita. It's October 28th here in Loreto, and it's about 80 degrees at about 10 o'clock in the morning. So since it is morning, this is an alcohol-free margarita, virgin margarita. I don't usually start drinking at 10 o'clock in the morning, even if I am retired. Kind of blows the day if you do that. But I'm filming from our backyard here, our new apartment. Just give you a peek over my shoulder here. We have this whole big space here, lots of trees, got a hummingbird feeder there, and it's back off of the street, so it's nice and quiet. The cats love it. It's really a nice place to hang out. It's such a nice day today that I thought we would just go for a walk along the Malecon. Show you what a typical day here in Loreto is like. It's early in the season yet, there's not too many tourists out, so come on along, let's go for a walk. So we're on the Malecon. I thought we'd just take a walk down the Malecon today. I'm gonna flip the camera around so you don't have to be looking at me all the time. I don't really like these bouncy walk-alongs, so hang on, I'll flip the camera. All right, that's better. So we are actually at the beginning of the Malecon here at the Oasis or Oasis Hotel, and it's the only hotel that's right on the beach. So they have a lovely beach that you can use. It's all public, so anybody can use it. And that is Isla Carmen there. Just there's some dogs that have been enjoying the water. One of them is working on a phone, I think, down there, so the others are very interested. Does not look inclined to share, but they're hopeful. So it's been almost a year exactly since I first set eyes on Loreto, and I came down here with my van group, and we stayed at Romanita's RV park right in the center of town. And I was just struck by how beautiful this town was, how amazing the weather is. Late October, the Olympics back home have got snow, and most of you are already bundled up and having pumpkin spice everything. You can get some pumpkin spice here, but it's not the norm for sure. So there's some people out on their bikes. Lovely day for a bike ride, and it looks pretty quiet right now, but it's been busy in Loreto because it's the 326th anniversary of the founding of the town. So their garbage cans, even their garbage cans are cute. So 326 years since the missionaries founded Loreto, and it's also, of course, the Day of the Dead is coming up. And it's not celebrated as enthusiastically here as on the mainland, but they do have some things out down in the square. But they've also sort of combined it with Halloween now, so it's cute. The kids are out trick-or-treating, and so it's a mixture of Halloween and the Day of the Dead. Cross-cultural experience, I guess. Even though, of course, Loreto has changed immensely in 326 years, and even more rapidly in the last 20 years, there are still large lots of land right on the waterfront that are for sale. That's the liquor store right there, popular bar. But it is surprising how much vacant land there is. Now, sure, it's not cheap. You want a pretty penny for it. It is oceanfront. Look at this view. How'd you like to look out at that every day? Starting in February with a good telescope, you can see whales out there, or sometimes even just with the naked eye, you can see them reaching out there. It's really cool. So everybody says, oh, Loreto's changed so much, it's grown so much. but there is still a lot of opportunity here. Okay, now we're approaching the heart of Loreto, which is the pedestrian path that leads up to the central square, Plaza Juarez, the church. We've got a fisherman out there on the water, cruising along. You can also fish right off of the beach here. Posing for a picture. Tourists crossing the street. And this is the street de Salvatierra Street, which they've turned into pedestrian only. So you can see that it leads up into the square. And there's the beautiful church. Okay. Let's keep going this way. I've pointed this out before, but that's the La Mission Hotel, which is actually owned by a man who lives in Gig Harbor, Washington. So I've been told. Pretty nice little gig for someone from Gig Harbor. It's the nicest hotel in town and the only building over 3 stories. Because I suspect that after this was built, they changed the building code so the buildings could be no more than 30 meters high, equal to 3 stories. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 stories. But it's really nice that Loreto does not have a waterfront that's dominated by big, tall condo buildings, half of which are unfinished, which unfortunately has blighted so many lovely Mexican waterfront towns. So that is the tallest building in town, and you get the $300 King Suite with the ocean view, and this is what you get. But we can get the view for free just walking along, so there. So, there you go. And there's the guy just coming in from fishing. I don't know how he did, but that's a panga. That is the classic fishing boat that all the fishermen use, and if you go out on a fishing trip, that's what you're going to go out on, most likely. So they have the marina here, which is strictly for the commercial fishing boats, the pangas like that. There's the yacht basin for bigger boats is about 20 miles south down the coast. Big yacht marina. Not really my thing, so it's fine if they want to stay down there. I'm cool with it. Okay, let's keep going up this way. Morning.
Morning.
It's just the beginning of tourist season in October. A lot of the businesses close down for the summer, the restaurants especially that are only outdoor seating or don't have air conditioning. It's just too bloody hot here in the summer. It is pretty miserable. I mean, I saw a heat index weather report kind of thing before I came that said that August was listed as miserable. And it is pretty miserable. It's just so humid, so hot. So I don't think I'm going to be able to stand it for another summer. I made it through this one, but it's so much nicer this time of year, and I do miss the Northwest when it's green and pretty up there. But the tourists are starting to come back now, and as far as they know, it's like this all year long, right? Tourists and also the snowbirds. This is a very popular place for people to come and live during the season, and it's a really hopping town during the season. There's tons of restaurants. This is like a foodie haven here. So much good food and live music, events in the square, of course, fishing, snorkeling, scuba diving, kayaking, paddleboarding, any water sport you want, it's here. Unfortunately, we've got a power box here, which probably kind of suffered during the last hurricane we had. So we need to fix that. so we're gonna be, there's some bike riders. A lot of pretty serious bike riders in Mexico. I can't imagine bike riding on these roads. I hope to get a bicycle in my near future, and I'm just gonna pedal it up and down the Malecon. Nice and easy. That's my speed. Might get 3 speeds if I have to go up a little hill. Oh, here we have the militia coming through just to keep us safe. They're friendly though. So those are the guys that if you're driving, there are traffic stops several places along the Baja on Highway 1 and 5. And they basically just want to know where you've come from, where you're going. So that's all you have to learn, really. They're young men kind of stationed out in the middle of nowhere with AK-47s. So it's a little weird. We don't see that kind of stuff in the States unless there's something really serious going on. So here's the beautiful Loreto sign. Get up here and take pictures right through it. Look at that. Look at that framing. Beautiful. Okay, so it's the lighthouse. And this is where you go in if you're going to go to the marina. First, you have to stop over right here and get a wristband because you need that to go into the Parque Marino, the marine park. And this is a beautiful public beach. You can rent chairs here. Oh, how nice it is, huh? It's very calm this morning. Last week we had a lot of wind. We were on the shoulder of Hurricane Norma, and a lot of disturbances out in the Pacific. Hurricane Norma actually started coming up the Gulf of California, and then it turned to the mainland just before it got to us. But it would have been really devastating if it had torn up the coast. These palapas would be bare. Nothing left of them. They'd look like that one in the middle there, just a stick. But even when there were high waves and the waves came all the way up into these palapas last week, people were still out playing in the water. Big waves. Buenos dias. You're riding?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Mexico City.
Ah, so did you come over on the ferry?
No, she went to Tijuana, the plane.
Ah.
She flew there.
Ah.
And I went to Texas and back and across.
Ah, but an adventure. Have fun. Lots of people come down here on motorcycles. I mean, it's a 2-lane highway, no shoulders, but actually I think maybe a motorcycle would be better than a car because you've got a lot more room on the road. Be fun sometime. Maybe in another life. I don't know that I could see myself doing that. But who knows? You come to a new place and you can kind of, they say no matter where you are, no matter where you go, there you are. You're the same person no matter where you go. But sometimes when you open yourself up to new places and new adventures, you discover things about yourself that you didn't know. So who knows? Maybe I am a motorcycle rider. I just haven't discovered that yet. I think I could definitely ride on the back of a motorcycle. But we'll see. So we're coming up on here, what was a big hotel complex, and now they are turning it into condos. It used to be called the Desert Inn, I think. This is the end of the Malecon right here. You have to turn the corner. But a huge amount of buildings here, like 6 two-story buildings. And I think it's just, Loreto is not year-round tourism yet, to the volume that you could keep something like this full enough to be profitable. Seems like a good idea at the time, I guess. But those would be pretty nice condos. Again, the view. And there is nothing in front of them. They are right on the beach. There's actually a yoga group that does yoga out here on the beach every morning. I don't get up that early. I said I was going to come down and go swimming in the morning, but I have not. Been here 9-10 months now. Have not gone swimming in the morning. But you know what? At least I'm here. So I'm not just saying someday I'm going to make it down there. Someday. When I retire, when I have enough savings. When. I just, during COVID, a lot of things changed for people. And for me, it was just that, man, life is short. I only had a small bout with COVID, thank God, but it was scary. It was a wake-up call. And so I was only 64 when I moved down here. But I took my Social Security, and I didn't have any savings. I still have credit card debt, but I just came. And there's something splashing around out there. There's a kayaker too. And I think sometimes you just have to take that leap of faith and hope that it works out. I've certainly done a lot of things in my life that taken a lot of leaps of faith that have not worked out, but they've been really good experiences. As I say, I'm rich in experiences. Somehow my credit card companies don't think that's very funny, but oh well. Okay, I'll turn this around. I'm gonna do some yakking, so maybe you're tired of just listening to a disembodied voice. I don't know. There, I'll get some view in the background for you. How's that? Okay, I need a cameraman. Anybody want to come down and be my cameraman? We've got a couch you can sleep on. Oh yeah, the apartment. So my roommate Donna and I moved into our apartment at the beginning of the month, and I was going to do a video on the makeover of it, but once you move in, then things get messy. So, but we did paint the walls. What else did we do? Let's see, we painted the walls, but they're really pretty. We painted light violet and blue, and then a really pretty gold in the kitchen. It's very bright, and we're going to put up some colorful curtains in the kitchen and just make it really homey, because both of us plan to stay in Loreto for the long term. Long haul. It's a lot better than long haul COVID. Long haul Loreto. So I'll put in some just pictures of that. You want to look at that? So having come down here without much money, I have been looking for the fabled remote work, which hundreds of people online tell you is possible. And I have not found remote work. I have done teaching English online, but everything is so oversaturated now that the pay is just really, really low. It's hardly even worth doing. And just stiff competition for any kind of writing jobs, which is what I do. So I'm really hoping this channel will take off, And I've also started a project on Kindle Direct Publishing, KDP, with the blank journals thing. I'm a little late jumping on that bandwagon, but I have a niche where I make blank journals with cute cat pun covers. Like I have one that's called Downton Tabby. I have another one that's called the Daily Muse. All the Muse, that's fit to print. So if you like cat puns and blank journals, I go under the name of Crazy Cat Lady Designs, and I'll put up a few of them here for you to look at. I have an author page, so I'll add the link to that down at the bottom of this. And they are only $7.99 a piece, so of which I get $2.50. So I'd have to sell a boatload, but you got to start somewhere. It's just like doing these videos. You have to have 1,000 subscribers and 400 views, 400 hours of viewing before you start getting paid anything. Now, I know a lot of you viewing these are only watching for about 2 minutes because I see the analytics, and that's a little depressing because that makes me think, people turn it off after 2 minutes. So if you're still listening, thank you. And this one's going to be a little bit longer than they have been. So I hope you're still watching. I should put some kind of prize at the end for people that keep watching all the way through. This is the local guy that goes up and down the beach a lot. I see him up here all the time. He's definitely the local characterist. Oh, no, gracias. Gracias.
Pedro. Niña es muy bueno.
They said that pineapple is very good. Niña es muy bueno. So he probably wants to give me a little piece and then ask for some pesos. There are very few panhandlers in Loreto. There are virtually no homeless people living on the streets. I say virtually because there is one mother and grown daughter who live on the street next to the house that they used to live in, but the roof got blown off during a hurricane 2 years ago, and the house has just been steadily deteriorating until now they can't even stay inside. I hope the city does something for them. I don't know what the options are, but they are the only people that you see living on the street here. Which, is kind of refreshing compared to the United States. Just that people take care of their families here. Family is everything, and people are just not left out to fend for themselves. It's also multi-generational households really helps with that. You don't have poor old people out on the street. They're expected to live with their families. Right. So coming up, this is a beach called Playa Negrita, the little black beach. And you got somebody there with surfboards on his car. Or probably paddleboards. And I kind of like coming to this beach. It's usually quieter because it's not right on the Malecon. And then past it are the big fancy waterfront homes. Some of them belong to Mexicans, but a lot of them belong to Americans because they're $1 million and up, just like they are anywhere. But maybe only 1 million instead of 10 million. Cheaper than California for sure. The horse, a lot of people still ride horses around here. Just, ride them into town, ride to the beach. Hey, horsey. So we go see this horse. I don't know if it belongs to these kids. Our friend is entertaining them. They look quite entertained. Hey. Love their horses here. Beautiful. I mean, when could you walk down the beach in the States and just run into a horse, just give it a pet, nice horse, and then just go on your way? All right. See you later. And this is something that I saw once last October when I was here, and I haven't seen another one on the beach, but this structure is protecting a turtle nest. De Tortuga Registrado. So it's saying, don't mess with it, don't go in here, leave it alone, don't move it. Doesn't look like turtles been in there, but I'll take their word for it. I have not seen any turtles. Would love to. That'd be pretty cool. I'd love to see one when I was out snorkeling. That'd be awesome. Actually, we've got a couple of turtle nests on the beach now. That's right, at the playas. That one there. And we've got another one right there. That's pretty cool that they can, you know, that the waterfront is so well protected that they can just come right up here and lay their eggs. There we go. Over. Quiet day on the beach. A lot of locals out here today. Hola. We'll just never get tired of that view. Keep going that direction, that's the way to the mainland. I wasn't gonna get they got these brand new Keens, really love them, but the water is calling and it's a little too, I'm just gonna go for it. Since it's a little too rocky out here to go barefoot. So I'm just walking. Look how clear that is. Whew. Whew.